So yeah, I'm Robin Kiziak. I worked at VF Corporation since August 2021, and it's been an experience because it was a startup when I joined. So it's very different now to what it was at the beginning. A lot more people, a lot more activity. And in terms of finance as a team, I am finance on the site, so it's just me. But we have a finance team centrally within Europe, so I report through to them as well. And in terms, I guess, my career to date, so the last 20 years or so, I've been working in finance within logistics and distribution. So I used to work for DHL Supply Chain across various different contracts, Homebase, Procter & Gamble, etc. Primark was the big one. And then I worked at Wix for some time. Then I worked at Hotel Chocolat before I finally came in here. And yeah, no, it's really good here. So yeah, pleased to be here. So for me, I guess the fashion industry is interesting just because of the brands. Now, obviously, I'm a fashion icon myself. So coming in and working with the big brands like the North Face, Timberland, Vans, was a real pull for me. And the other side of it was getting involved from a commercial point of view as well. So I've spent a lot of time in distribution and logistics, but I get to see some of the commercial reasons behind what happens within the brands as well, which is good to see. And I guess from it being a startup when I joined, that was the other pull. It was something different. It was getting involved from the beginning, setting up processes, using my experience from other places to work in this industry as well. And I guess from a finance point of view, I'm very much in the middle of everything. So we get to see what the operation are doing, what HR and training team are doing, what the commercial teams are doing, and I sort of put all that together to try and benefit the site here. Wherever I work, it's different size boxes, So when I worked in Wix, it was kitchens and bathrooms, so in a big box. Down to Hotel Chocolat, when you've got small boxes of chocolates, and here you got boxes with your Nupsy jackets in or Timberland boots, whatever it may be. So it's it's the same sort of thing, but a box is a different size. Within fashion in particular, obviously, as a world, we're sort of moving towards that sustainability issue, and we're all having to approach that in a different way. And in fashion in particular, we're moving from that linear sort of, we produce something, it gets thrown away, that waste economy, to a more circular economy. What can we, as I'm told in the older days, repair, reuse, recycle, how can we implement that now? And I think that's very much one of the big challenges. It has cost implications, of course, as well. And I guess from the back of that, it's all about returns and how we deal with returns into the business. And I guess firstly, it's to minimise returns as much as possible by putting better sizing guides, etc., on the websites. But apart from that, it's then also how do we then deal with those returns once they come back? Can we put them back into stock? Can we sell them as second quality, etc., etc.? So I guess they're the two big challenges at the moment that we're facing, is that sustainability question and then returns on the back of it. So I guess leadership is a big subject. But I guess from my experience, I think firstly, as a leader, you need to be a good role model. So that sort of culture and everything else comes from the top. So if you're not doing what you're asking other people to do, you fall down straight away. So I think if you're that good role model, you're honest, you've got that integrity, you do things for the right reason because it's the right thing to do. I think that really helps and instills that team bonding, if you like. And I guess, and then on the back of that, sort of celebrating success. We're not very good at doing it in finance, but if we hit a milestone or hit a key achievement, I think it's always important to recognise that. It doesn't need to be a big thing. It doesn't need to be we're going to go out for dinner or whatever. It could be it's a carefully worded email, which is recognising the hard work has gone into it. We've achieved what we meant to achieve. Good job, team. And then I guess also being accessible. So, not sitting in your office with the door shut, but also being available to the team so that, if they've got problems, you're open to them coming to speak to you rather than hiding away. And I think that really helps. Yeah, and I think that sort of those sort of three things underpin what a good team and what leaders can do to embrace that team mentality.